Good morning, Carly. How are you?
Good morning. I'm good. How are you?
Now, listen, your suntan's fading a bit from your holidays. Tell us about your holidays.
Yeah, I was in California. So we
Nice.
went for a week and 3 days in Disneyland and 4 days at a
Oh.
hockey tournament. And I thought I would be home for a rest, but the spring market is whooping around.
Awesome. So, yeah, so before we get to the slides, your take is like you've been really busy since you've been back, haven't you?
Yeah, it has been really busy. People are listing, people are buying, and so there is a lot of activity right now.
Well, and I think it speaks to the ultra narrow sense of the real estate market, right? You read about Toronto, it's in the tank, too many condos for sale. It's
Well,
very slow there. Some parts of Vancouver, I've got a friend who's trying to sell a house over in the mainland, no showings. And yet, our little micro area here, right? Like Ladysmith to Qualicum Beach,
yeah.
pretty much the area we serve, right?
We still live on an island in the Pacific and people want to retire here, right? Or vacation here. So we're really fortunate.
Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. Okay. Well, let's get into the slide deck here and we can talk about how it's looked. There we go. Is that working now, Carly? Yes. Yay.
Yeah,
You can see it. Awesome. Okay.
perfect.
So we're talking single family homes. And I think that one of the things that is interesting is our average price is 859, which is pretty much the same as it was last year, 853.
Hmm.
And so even though we're seeing more transactions, right?
Yeah.
14% more, the price hasn't changed. Which is an interesting thought. I think even, there's two things going on, more transactions, but yet moderating prices. I was doing a market evaluation on a certain segment of the market, and there hasn't been one home sold in 2025 in this segment yet this year.
Wow.
And
Interesting.
yeah, it is interesting. And then you go to some other segments where it's, multiple offers.
Yeah, and I think this average selling price that really speaks to like this is the affordability category for people with families if they're buying a single family dwelling that's really nice and that they're going to make the whole thing their home, or this is really the price point we're kind of seeing where if they are buying it and there's a suite in it for an income helper. So
Hmm.
this price category, even though it is the average, I think that's really an accurate reflection of a big category of the market, right?
The real tipping point. You get up
Yeah.
up higher and then boom, it really slows down. So
Yeah.
you want to be, even though you think your homeowner might look at that and go, "Why look at this volume up? My home's going to sell quickly." The answer is, well, not necessarily,
Yeah. Once you get over
right?
$1 million, the buyer pool is definitely a
Yeah. I
lot.
mean, our months of inventory is 3.7. That means, all things being equal, if 113 sell and there's 427 for sale, it's going to take about 4 months to sell every house. That's been creeping up, but it hasn't gone up like to 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 months where it really is a buyer's market at that point. If and to your point, if it's priced accurately, it's going to go in the first week,
Yeah,
isn't
for
it?
sure.
Yeah, I know you're finding that working with buyers. So for townhomes, excuse me, our price is up 8%, 595. 21 homes sold, about the same as last year. Active listings, same as last year, 3.7. No real dramatic jumps here. We will say for townhomes, though, boy, are they rare. Like patio homes, townhomes lumps in, a fourplex.
Hmm.
But a one level living, there was a newest one that listed this week for $775,000, and I'm sure it's going to go quickly because there aren't any.
It's really difficult. And I mean, we help downsizers, right? When you're looking for a patio home, it's really slim pickings right now.
Hmm. Yep. So we can talk about some financing options there. And for condominiums, what's going on here? Well, there's our price up
Yeah.
37%. Wow, for condominiums. Now some of those are new construction that are selling more than we didn't have last year. Like we have 33 condos sold, 24, so it's busier there. Listings this month down and 3.4 months of inventory. So we don't have a glut of homes for sale. And that's the biggest difference in the Central Island area, I think. Um,
Yeah. I think specific areas, I mean, it looks like the inventory is regular, but like you say, in townhomes, or even when you're looking at single family dwellings for ranchers, like
mhm.
it's very difficult to find a rancher for a client that's trying to shop right now.
Well, we talked about that at our seminar last week, is the fact that the city of Nanaimo, in particular, doesn't build ranchers anymore.
Right.
It just doesn't happen. The lots are too small. They're only 40 feet wide, so they have to have stairs and bedrooms upstairs, which is great. Obviously, people have to get into the market, and density is what it's all about. But at the same time, to your point, if you are downsizing, and how do you make that happen fast enough for you, which can be a challenge. And so you want to talk about, if it's possible, some alternative financing, whether it's a reverse mortgage, so you can get some equity out, so you can jump on that house that you like. Otherwise, you're in that constant,
Yeah,
oh, it's
shopping and hoping,
yeah.
or yeah, it's difficult. And a lot of our clients, they don't want to move until they find something. So those are definitely big pieces to figure out to make a quick move, right?
Yeah, if that's the situation you're in, some of the times we're doing now is we're going out and we're listing homes, we're taking photography and video and getting ready, and it's just sort of parked, right? Because it takes 7 to 10 days if you decide to put your home in the market. If you've got all that done in advance, then when you find a house, boom, we can have your house on the market right
Same
away.
day,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So that's good. Now, before we wrap up, we have a new member of our team working with us. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, we have Anya Romberg with us. And so she comes to us with lots of experience from daycare background to also metal roofing and investing in property. And so we're really excited to have her with us and the different skills that she brings to help investors.
hmm Yeah, it's nice to have some variety, lots of energy, and we're looking forward to. Right now, she's in another training course. There's always so many training things when you're new and learning, and you think you got it all wrapped up, and you think, "Oh, geez, I got to use this app." Right? There's so
Yeah,
many
one more
things.
thing. Oh yeah,
One
it's
more
like drinking
thing.
from a fire hose, but she's doing a great job keeping up. So
Yeah, so I think we're going to have a bio for her in our newsletter here. So, anyways, that's it for this month, and summer holidays coming up. I'm going to be off next week, so you'll be busy. And how do we get a hold of you now if we're stuck, Carly? What's the number?
yeah, give me a call, 250-618-6245. You bet.
Awesome. Talk soon.
Take care. Bye.